Now they're going to start the train rolling of Baird plus Aaron. If y'all have seen my recent shorts, this is an infinite combo for as many turns of the game as there is. Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. We are drafting Dominaria United Best of 1, taking a look at Pack 1 Pick 1 with Braids Arisen Nightmare here. 3 mana 3/3 at the beginning of your end step. You can sack an artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker. If you do, they have to sacrifice that same thing, or they lose 2 life and you get a card. I have not played with or against this a ton. It seemed like okay. It seemed fine to good. Infantry is what it's going up against here in my mind. I think those are by far and away the 2 best cards in this pack. Infantry is for a much more streamlined red-blue spells deck, and Braids is just a good black card. Goes really well in black-white, so with cards like Banala's Sleeper, or I don't really want to play Faith Bonder, but I'm going to go ahead and take the rare here with Braids and see if we can make that work for ourselves. And then probably just follow that up with an Extinguished Delight. There's also a Rona's Vortex. I wish this was Pack 1 Pick 1. I probably would have taken this and then tried to build around it. But Extinguished Delight, I mean, it's great. Great black common. Never going to not play a copy of it. Rona's Vortex is also very good. Arguably better than Extinguish. But we have to be specifically blue-black for that. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the Extinguish here. And then we see Nael and Tear Asunder. We also see Flowstone Infusion, Shadow Prophecy, and Warhorse, which is very good with Braids. We are a very heavy black deck so far. I think Tear Asunder is a better card than Warhorse, so I'm going to take it here, but keeping my eye on that. If that wheels, that's big news for our potential deck here. Okay, now we've got Goblin, but there's also a Captain's Call, and I've really liked these like black-white go-wide decks, and Captain's Call's been really good in those. It's not a great card, but at the end of the day, like, neither are any of the other cards in this pack. So I'm going to take this and see if we can find ourselves into like a black-white kind of deck. Bone Splinters goes really well with Captain's Call. Citizen's Arrest is also quite good, but I think I'm probably going to land on the Bone Splinters here now that we already have one Captain's Call. We're looking to pick up some War Horses and things like that. So I'm going to take the first copy of Bone Splinters over Citizen's Arrest. Some of y'all might not agree with that, but I stand by my pick. Now we've got Aquifer, which I think is what I'm going to take here. If we're looking at black-white, there's really nothing. Tangled Islet or Contaminated Aquifer. I think I'll go for the Aquifer. Sentry, Founding, Soaring Drake, all these are kind of whatever. So I'm just going to take the land here in the event that we need to kind of open up our mana base a little bit. Captain's Call number 2, Bone Splinters number 2. I think the Captain's Call is more important, so we'll take that. We'll probably find another Bone Splinters here at some point. So now I'm looking to be kind of like a black-white tokens, go wide kind of thing. So if we can find access to a couple of the black-white uncommons, that'd be quite good. Artillery Blast is fine. Beachfront could be better if we open some blue cards we want to play. Artillery Blast is a pretty defensive card. And we can see if Beachfront can open up maybe like a Esper kind of thing here. Sabotage, Apparition. So this is the wheel, and really nothing's coming back. I don't particularly want to play any of these cards, to be honest. I mean, the Hurler Cyclops was the best card in that pack, and maybe it was worth taking for that reason. Drawbridge, we're in black-white. We could open a Wingmantle Chaplain. Tear Asunder. If either of these were like the black-green one, that'd be great for Tear Asunder. But I think I'll take a Shadow Prophecy here over a bunch of nothing. Apparition. Rona's not a great splash. Pilfer Pilfer might be playable. I really don't like Apparition. It just gets owned by like Flowstone Infusion and things like that. There's too many cheap removal spells that kill that 4 mana flyer. And let's see, what do we have in pack 2? We did find access to Aaron. Also Prayer of Binding and Destroy Evil and Phalanx. All of these will be great in our deck, but I think Aaron is exactly what we're looking for with Double Captain's Call. We want to sacrifice these creatures to then make the rest of our creatures bigger. So we need to find access to that first Aaron. Choking Miasma is not what we're looking for in this deck. Mesa Cavalier is whatever. Soul Tender is not really for this deck either, and there's no land, so I'm probably just going to take Blight Pile. I mean, we have a Drawbridge, and again, we're in the colors that could find a Wingmantle Chaplain if it gets opened, so. This is not the deck for Warleech. There is a Bulwark here. There's also just a Cavalier. If I had a Chaplain, I would take the Bulwark, but I don't, so I'm going to go ahead and take the Cavalier. Maybe we wheel the Bulwark or a second Bone Splinters or an Herbalist. Let's take the Cavalier here. Reinforcement's quite good for the Go Wide deck. So is Cavalier, but Reinforcements is a 2-drop and kind of irreplaceable at that mana cost. So I'm going to go ahead and take the first Reinforcements over the second Cavalier here. Second Bone Splinters. Also, Vanguard could be pretty good in this deck. Splashing a Geyser, maybe? I don't know if that's worth it. I mean, Vanguard, I'm going to take the Bone Splinters, but I'll keep an eye out and see if I can find access to a Vanguard here. Probably going to take the Cavalier over Necromass. We're not actually very high in creatures. Most of our things are like token creators. So I'm just going to take the Cavalier. I don't really like Toxic Abomination. Also don't like Tattered Apparition. Atrocity, we're not going to really be able to kick that. So I'll take a second Cavalier. And now we wait for the rest of the pack. So we don't really have a way to splash this yet. We have Blight Pile, and that's our only defender, unless we want to play Drawbridge. Runic Shot is not bad, especially with a couple of ways to kick it already. So this is a pretty good pickup for us, I think. Because all we got to do is put out our tokens, they attack with an 8/8, we chump, and then we Runic Shot it. So yeah, pretty good. As we wait for the next pack here, there's a button right over here. I don't know if you can see it. It's right over there. It's a red button that says subscribe. If you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and click it. Would love to have you on board as a member of the Daily Draft community. Destroy Evil on the Wheel. Thank you very much. That's going to be pretty good in our deck because we're going to struggle against big creatures here. We're trying to go as wide as we can and be pretty aggressive with those tokens and then pumping them up in a various amount of ways. Vanquishers, I doubt it. Who knows though? I mean, with all these tokens, we could turn them into 3/1s. Is that good? Maybe. This could be good with Braids as well, because there's a pretty good chance that whatever artifact they play is probably going to be more relevant than a Vanquisher's Axe. The art on this card is so funny to me. I really can't even tell what's going on, but it's still funny. All right, still nothing but black and white cards here. This is good for us. Heroic Charge, having a copy of that in tokens decks is really important to have, so definitely going to take our first copy of that. Cavalier on the Wheel, pick 12. All right, let's go. And what do we find? Pack 3. We find some good stuff. We find another Reinforcements, a Citizen's Arrest. The last Warhorse did not wheel, notably. And I think we need some threats here over answers. We have Extinguish the Light, we have Destroy Evil, we have Double Bone Splinters. So I think I'm going to take the first copy of Warhorse with all the tokens we have, and then maybe we can wheel one of these 3 here. Even if Vivisector might be fine, but I really need that first Warhorse, and the last one didn't wheel, so I gotta make sure we get one. There's another Terrace under, but we could take this Radiant Grove to make this one playable, or we could just take like another Cavalier or a Take Up the Shield. We don't have a Take Up the Shield yet. Our neighbor opened the same rare we did. I'm not really sure we're going to need this. If the last Argivian Cavalier wheeled, maybe this one does too. I'd like my first copy of Take Up the Shield here. We don't have a ton of things to protect, but I mean, it's still a good card. We have double Mesa Cavalier, so that could be pretty good. Drag to the bottom is unfortunately not for this deck, but Griffin Protector is about the only card we could play here, and it is good with double Captain's Call and reinforcements and double Cavalier. I mean, so I think it's a playable card in this deck. Holy, pick 4 Cruelty of Kicks. There's also a Cut Down and Urborg Repossession, but geez. So nobody over here is even remotely touching black. So we're going to get hooked up this pack, hopefully, with some black, because all you have to do is have swamps in your deck for this card to be good. I'll take Sleeper. It's fine 2-drop. It's also a fine 3-drop. So yeah, we'll take first copy of Sleeper, especially in this deck with all our tokens. This card is just so good. It's one of the best rares in the set, in my opinion. Tribute Bog Protector. We could kick this Tribute. Well, we currently only have... Well, wow, we have 10 spells? Forgot about that. Or do we just want a Griffin Protector? Oh, we only have 10 creatures as well. But a lot of these spells are creatures. I think I'm going to take the Flying Threat over the Tribute here. Okay, wow. 7. Pick 7. Extinguish the Light or a Cleaving Skyrider. We don't really have a way to kick this. If we did, this would be a closer pick. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Cleaving... Or the Extinguish the Light here over the Cleaving Skyrider. I don't think we're playing any of this. And we don't need a second Prophecy in this deck, and Atrocity, I don't think so. Reinforcements wheeled, along with Barricade. I think we'll take the Reinforcements. I don't think we're playing any of this. I don't know if this is good in this deck. I don't mind a Spider Goblin, to be honest. Vivisector could be pretty good too, which is better here. I think Vivisector might actually be better with all of our tokens dying. Artillery Blast, okay, not bad. And last pick, Tribute to Urborg, got it anyway. Okay, so we were like the only black drafters basically in that whole draft, and we still didn't really get hooked up in black a ton. Well, I lied. We got like a 7th pick Extinguish and a 4th pick Cruelty. But other than that, not a ton of great black here, but that's totally fine. I think I'm fine going 16 lands in this deck. Yeah, we don't have a ton of mana sinks here. Kicker on Charge would be nice, but we don't have access to that. So, sort by creature here. We have Charge, Double Light. Prophecy is a question mark in this style of deck. Artillery Blast is much more defensive. We probably don't need that. All these 3 seem good. Then we have 2 more cuts. Runic Shot. Did not quite sort that correctly. This is kind of like a creature. Runic Shot's a decent removal spell. We have 2 ways to kick it. Bone Splinters is great with all of our tokens. I like all of our creatures. I don't want to cut a creature. So I think Prophecy is on the chopping block. And then Bone Splinters? We always have something we want to be sacrificing, right? We have 4 of these creatures. We have even a Vivisector's not the end of the world to sacrifice. We have a Cavalier. We have 2 Captain's Calls. We have a Warhorse to kick. I think Bone Splinters is good. Destroy Evil is good. Take up the Shield is good. Tribute is good. Runic Shot. All these are good. I think I'm just going to go with 1 Bone Splinters here. We have a lot of removal, so we don't really have to rely on sacking our own creatures too much. A copy is fine. Then we can run 16 lands, and that seems like a pretty darn good deck to me. I've really liked Black-White in this format. It's been one of the more fun decks for me to play, and it's been pretty powerful too, to be honest. We are on the play. It's a little slow, but we'll keep it here. Elas Ilkor. Gonna go ahead and start with Cavalier so that next turn we can play Braids, sacrifice the 1/1. That's a good one too. Alright, so they got themselves a Defender's package here. Let's go to combat. They're getting priority, which could just be this, and it very likely is that. So let's enlist the help of the 1/1 to get in here and see if they choose to block. They don't. Alright, we'll sack our 1/1 here and see if they choose to let us draw or if they'll get rid of a creature. Alright, they do. See if Braids makes it around for another turn here. Would not be shocked if it dies. Soul Tender, okay. Getting rid of 3 lands. Alright, we'll go to combat. We will enlist. Probably trade off with Soul Tender here. As they do. Alright, they'll give us the card. Knight of Dusk's Shadow. We cannot gain life, but we don't really have a way to do that. Do we want to trade Warhorse for this? Apparently not. Okay. Let's get in there. I think I'm fine trading that off. We can actually start getting rid of lands here. We don't really need all these lands. Because we're just going to draw more of them. It's got Menace, right? Yeah. Okay. They have their own warhorse. Well. Let's go to combat. I'm gonna enlist this one. Okay. We have to lose 3 life here, which kind of sucks, but we do get something out of their hand. Again, all we're doing is just sacking lands, drawing lands. We've already gotten rid of 9 of our 16. There was an argument to getting rid of this in case they have Chaplain. I mean, I'm sure they have Chaplain. Oh god, yeah. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 die, so we have to block, unfortunately. Yeah, that was a bit of a mistake of an attack there. What if we let this through? We take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then still die? Okay, so we're dead to that too, so we have to do this one. Have no choice. Yeah, now we'll draw our 10th land. We can do Runic Shot. We can do Extinguish the Light, but Runic Shot's just straight up better at this point. I think we'll do Runic Shot here. So I'll go blue and a white. And I guess we destroy this one. It's got Menace. Bone Splinter seems okay. Mesa Cavalier gains us life. Do that and let that go through. And then kill the Evolved Sleeper in response to them trying to pump it. They don't really have to pump it even. Okay. Oh, come on. No need to be barking over there, doggy. Hey there. You have to deal with him for a moment. What are we gonna get? We cannot get anything from their yard because they can return it to their hand in response. So we have to get something from our yard. So we target this, sacrificing this. Okay. They can return a couple things here. Or at least a thing. Let's see what they choose to return. Got their menace creature back. Okay. Seems fair. Gonna go get their... Well, if they get... Well, let's see. Get the chaplain. There's the chaplain. I'm gonna try to activate this now. So they activate this, next turn they go here, they activate it again, and then we lose. Although we do have Mesa Cavalier, I don't see that coming. Okay, well they can't attack here. I mean... So we'll do this. They think they're gonna get us. Oh, shut up. Gain 2. End of the turn. Sack a tapped land. Sorry about the barking. I will fix it after this game here. Okay. This making 3 birds is going to be difficult to get through, though. And now they can kill us next turn. So, yeah. Well, we're not technically dead yet. We could win with a heroic charge out of nowhere. No attacks. Sacrifice this. Oh my god. Sorry about that. Okay, so we do this, and then they kill us. Alright, well, that was quick. Alright, they've mulliganed. We got a pretty awkward hand here, but a black lets us play Braids or Mesa Cavalier, even if we could just find a white. So... that opens up Cavalier on 3 at the very least. Drawing more 4-drops. They could have Essence Scatter, so I'm going to lead here. Well, now they have Tribute to Urborg, so it'll die anyway. No plays still. Alright, let's go to combat. They are missing lands here. Sometimes gotta try to take advantage of that. It was cut down. Okay. Good combat. Hit him for 2 again. Damage. Play Protector. Next turn we have Captain's Call to trigger this 3 times. And if we draw an untapped land, we can go Bone Splinters if they play a creature. Gonna be hard for them to get out of this here. I don't really care about that creature though, so I'm not gonna fire off the Bone Splinters here. Alright, yep. Got a little screwed on mana, but you know, it happens. Alright, we go first with reinforcements into Cavalier, which is fine enough. So we will keep this hand. Reinforcements into Braids would be great, but we'll see if we draw a black or not. Nope. I'm sure they won't block here. Vanguard. Missed land drop. Alright, well, we're going to win a game and lose a game to Mana Screw, it looks like. So, in the end, we're even. For those fans of Stranger Things, this one reminds me of the scene with Vecna kind of hanging up there. Maybe that's kind of the inspiration. I don't exactly know. Or maybe it's kind of like using its soul-sucking powers to eat their heads or something, but it looks like it's kind of hung up by spider webs, but that's just me. Oof. Take 9? Yeah, I mean... Make a 1/1 too, yeah. And then get Mana Screwed again, yeah. Extinguish the light, gain 3, hit us for 5. Hit a land drop, you say. I think I'm gonna do it this way. This kind of opens up a couple more blocks for us here. They could have combat tricks, but I mean, they could always have combat tricks. I mean, we were stuck on 2 for the first 11 cards, and then there was a game earlier in this draft where we're playing 16 lands and had like 11 of them in the top 20 cards. So, I mean, I don't know. Is it time to start doing Braids things here? Captain's Call makes Braids really good too. This has Menace. Let's get this going here. Okay. Helps us find more lands, so at least there's that. Phyrexian Rager, okay. Now they're going to start the train rolling of Baird plus Aaron. If y'all have seen my recent shorts, this is an infinite combo for as many turns of the game as there is. And it makes Braids miserably horrible. So they've kind of assembled the combo. So we need to get going on flyers here is what we need to do. We could also destroy evil. But like that's so mana inefficient. Because next turn we can go Mesa Cavalier and destroy evil or something like that. So I'm going to do this. We could enlist one of these. No. Undeclare. Yeah, this will be tough to beat here. They've kind of assembled Tron. And Garna. Okay. Okay. Mesa Cavalier holding up Destroy Evil, I suppose? Decline. They're going to sacrifice and get all the 1/1 counters everywhere, basically. Is it worth just killing Bray or Aaron now? Has to be, right? That way they don't have, like, take up the shield or anything activated. Or up. Because next turn we hit them for 4, we put 3 more on the battlefield, we hit them for 7, so... Okay. They have Aaron anyway. They have a backup Aaron. Yep. Alright, we'll play Captain's Call. Alright, they go to 1. Barricade probably won't save them here. Alright, got the win. Nice little go wide, and we beat the Baird Aaron combo, even after killing the first Aaron and dealing with the second Aaron. Alright, on the draw, very slow hand. We need white mana. We have a lot of outs to kind of find that, but gosh, I mean, I've kept this kind of hand so many times and then just conceded. So I'm going to mulligan and keep this this better 6 here. Probably get rid of Captain's Call. I think Captain's Call might be better in our deck than Protector. Well, I don't know. That's a close one. I'm going to get rid of the call. Well, now I wish I would have gotten rid of Protector. Yeah, I'll go ahead and just play Reinforcements here. So we have a 4-drop, we have a 5-drop, we have something in case we miss a land. Barricade makes it tough for us to get through. Can do this at the very least. Now I'm wishing Captain's Call was in our hand. Phyrexian Rager, okay. Play a land, and then the follow-up. Land on our side would be pretty good. No! Don't have cut down. Or Bone Splinters? Yeah, they got Bone Splinters. There it is. Scry 1. Cavalier. I mean, we're building up a pretty good heroic charge turn, so I think I'll just keep this. I know I want a land, but I mean, heroic charge looking quite good with all these creatures that we're making. That's fine. Go ahead and do this here. We can enlist this, but then it would die to the Rager. But that's okay. Because we get the Scry. And we get one more creature off the board for this charge to do good work. Cavalier is actually really good. Next turn we can do Cavalier, hold up reinforcements, and the following turn we go all out. Let's hope they don't build up too much of a board here. Choking Miasma would be just the worst thing in the world. Okay, they have their own Warhorse, so that's pretty good. And still priorities. They might have another Bone Splinters. And still priority, so it might be cut down? No, it's the Warhorse activation. Forgot. Okay. We will do this, pass the turn, play reinforcements, swing out, play heroic charge, and profit. Is this the Timeless Lotus art? I think it might be. Alright, no more creatures. That's a creature. It's a decent one, too. Okay, take 3. Okay, any follow-up here? Bone Splinters on Cavalier or something? Or what are they doing here? Urborg Repossession? Ah, it's probably an Urborg Repossession. There we go. Go up to 19. That might have saved them. That life gain? Can't quite do both of these, but we're still going all out. That'll probably do it, I would think. Okay, cool. Yep, we kind of set it up and we effectively pulled it off. All right, well, this is a pretty decent hand here. We've got Sleeper on 2 if we want to just drop it down. Could have either Braids or Aaron on 3. I think I will just drop the Sleeper here. Just can make them sacrifice whatever they play though, but we're just not being mana efficient if we do this. If we just don't do anything. Now, granted, no, they could have like Urborg Repossession to kill this or something, which would not be good for us, but I want to be mana efficient, play this down. Berserker, okay. So do we want to play Braids or Aaron? Well, I'm going to start by doing this. Okay. Nope, I'll let it happen. Braids or Aaron? Aaron has menace and attacks better right now, so I'm gonna play that to start, and they'll probably just kill it, looks like. Garna. Not quite able to be hit by Destroy Evil, but it is able to be hit by Bone Splinters. So we'll do this, and we'll Bone Splinters. So they could trade and kill our 1/1 here, which is why I'm not going to attack, because we could eventually use this to sacrifice this to give our creatures +1/+1, which might just be better. Well, never mind. Do we want them to be able? No, I don't think we can. Stupid Berserker. It's just, every time it's been on the opposing side of the battlefield, it's just been pretty good. Like right now, it's kind of wrecking our board in our game plan here. Oh, I see. Interesting. Well, they're going to sacrifice their Berserker, probably. Kill our Sleeper. Sacrifice a land. Ooh, we're going deep, are we? Okay. Alright, I think I'm gonna let them do it here. I gotta get this thing off the battlefield. Oops, never mind. Just kills our Braids then. Yeah, I'm gonna be mana efficient. Play my creature. Combat. Hit for 3 past the turn. And hopefully we draw a Cruelty of Gix off the top. It's not really a race we can participate in anymore. Alright, we've gotten rid of 8 lands, so we only have 8 in our last 25 here. The odds are in our favor, so hopefully we don't find any more. So if we double blocked, they would make it a 4-1 and kill both. Well, you know how we do here at Daily Draft. As soon as we need to draw something that isn't lands, we draw all the lands. We've said we draw 9. We have to block the stupid Steel Crusher now, too. Yeah. Well, all we needed was like a spell or 2. Instead, we drew 10 lands in our top, whatever how many cards. We had like 6 lands left and 24 cards left in our deck. Alright, well this one's good here, so we'll keep this one. Hopefully we have better luck in the lands department here now. I'm actually just going to do this. Rather than play the reinforcements, next turn we can play reinforcements and bone splinters if they play a creature good enough. But while they're tapped out and can't activate that, I'm just going to kill it. Let's go ahead and play Cavalier. Can also set up a heroic charge this game. Depends on what their plays are, obviously. I think I will use this one here. I know it makes heroic charge slightly worse, but we have reinforcements and we still have double backup for any sort of problematic creatures they have. And that'll probably have to be used. Well then. Heroic charge, hello? Take 6, potentially? I'm gonna get this going. Yeah, that makes charge so good. Okay. That makes charge worse for us. I think I'm just going to do this here. Maybe they have a Gaia's Might or something, but like, if we trade this for a Gaia's Might, it's not like the end of the world. Okay, so there's the Colossal Growth. I think I'll play my own Cavalier here. They have all their mana up. No plays. Doing some combat math here. Take 5? Oh god, do they? Oh no, they have Colossal Growth or something big to kill us. No, maybe not. Bite down or whatever, tail swipe, okay. Yeah. Can't quite cast that. That's what I'm gonna do. Get a little greedy here. I'm gonna cast Aaron, and they have to have a removal spell and a pump spell to kill us now. This gets them down to the magic number of 14, where all of these creatures are now lethal. See if they use Colossal Growth. Number 2. If they're using it on Cavalier, okay, so then we lose. Yeah, they have another combat trick. Darn! Okay. Well, I mean, we were close there. We were setting up a turn where we probably could have had it too, but I mean, they had all the combat tricks on their side too. A format of combat tricks. They're really, really good. If you, I mean, because they had, what's it called? They had Gaia's Might, and our response to that is 4 mana, and that's just not good enough for a 1 mana spell. So they had the kill before we did. We were pretty close, 3 and 3. I mean, the deck seemed fine. It's just it's a little small ball. You know, we just have a bunch of 1/1s, and we were relying on this heroic charge a little bit too much. Aaron seemed okay, but if they answer Aaron or Braids or any of that kind of stuff, then it's kind of not great for us. So, but thanks so much for tuning in and sticking around to the end of this video, and I will see you next time for your daily draft.